Hello, we're going to introduce you to the new 2015 dialysis machine. For those of you who might have been a little intimidated on the previous models over the last 18 years, this one is for you. This is a very compact machine and very effective, very easy to set up. I'm going to just show you some of the highlights today. When you get the machine, it'll come in a double box. Very easy to understand instructions. Of course, you can always call us. The lines that you're going to connect are all color coded. It does tell you each color where they connect, and I'm going to show you on the machine where they connect. And so basically, you just get the machine out of the box, set it on the ground. And let me show you in the back here first. Take the thumb screws out. Inside the back cover, you'll find the conductivity probe and the float switch. This float switch you'll be putting in your sump. And here's the conductivity probe that you'll also be putting in your sump. You want to make sure that it stays submerged. The float switch is going to be mounted at the level that you want to maintain your sump. And the float switch is going to get plugged into the forward port. The power cord is going to get plugged into here, and of course we want you to use a ground fault circuit interrupter. Anytime you hook anything up to an aquarium, you should always be using a GFI. The computer is in a separate cabinet. Unlike previous models, if you ever had to service this unit or upgrade, you just pull out 2 screws and this whole unit comes out separate from the rest of the unit. There's a quick disconnect cannon plug. Everything's all marine grade hardware, all marine grade wiring. On the front side, we've made this as simple as possible so you can get right up and running. There's a commercial conductivity controller that has a cell adjust. It has a low set and a high set screw. Basically, I'll give you another video that just shows you how to set that, but we're basically going to set the low set for a value that you never want your aquarium to be below. So you pick a salinity, let's say 1.020, you set that, and if you forget to put salt in your salt container and the value gets to that, the machine will stop. The high set is actually where you're going to want to keep your salt at. Let's say a reef tank, you want to be 1.025 or 26, you set it. So it's a multi-stage water filtration system also. So it has a 1 micron filter, a 1 micron carbon filter. It goes through the reverse osmosis filter and then through a color changing DI resin. So this machine has the capability of topping off your sump with DI water, 75 gallons a day if necessary. And it has this dialyzer membrane, which has been pretty standard over the last 10 years. Now, it has a timer for its control. So you just set the time of day and you just push in these pins to when you want the machine to operate. So there's no software programming, there's no menus that you have to scroll through. It's very simple. You have a clock, you push in the little tabs for the time of day that you want the machine to operate, and when it gets to that time it activates. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to check to see where the float switch is. If the float switch is down, the machine's going to put DI water in your tank. If the float switch is up and there's still time remaining on your timer, it's going to turn on the main pump, which is going to start changing water in your aquarium. This machine changes water at a rate of 1.5 gallons per hour. So it uses very nice DC motors. And the nice feature about this is When it comes time to change the peristaltic tubing, you don't have to change the tubing. The whole head just now snaps off. That simple. And you snap it back on. Just remove these lines. Stay. You just push them back on, and you're back in business in just a few minutes. So come back here, and you can see that the way we made this machine is all the lines going into the machine are going to be shielded by a cover, because a lot of people try to put this under the aquarium and in very close proximity to other things that may be splashing, like a protein skimmer or your biological filter. So you'll have all your lines coming out in this one area here. You know, you're going to have your dialyzed, your waste, your potable, your autofill, the water in from your aquarium, and the line going to your salt container. We have customers that ask us for custom size salt containers, such as this, or basically what you do when you get your machine, you'll get these fittings, and for instance, on this size salt container, you'll put the fitting about 4 inches down from the top, put PVC tubing into it. This will go into your sump. This is a bulkhead fitting that you put down below, about 1 inch off the bottom, and you run your tubing in from your dialysis machine to here. And if the conductivity controller is low, it'll turn on this salt pump. It'll take water out of your aquarium, pump it into the bottom of this salt container, and it'll dissolve a portion of that salt that you put in here. Any brand is good. And as it gets to the top, it'll drip out into your sump, drop by drop, concentrated salt, and it'll bring up your conductivity value very slowly, very evenly, very accurately, until it's the desired where you want. So we'll be giving you more videos as we can, and even some installation videos, but for now we just wanted to show you a very brief overview of the 2015 dialysis machine.